They fired him for helping a student. What a shame. Emily, a dedicated teacher, noticed that one of her students, Tommy, had been wearing the same pair of broken shoes for weeks. Without hesitation, she bought him a new pair, but this simple act ended up costing her the job she loved so much. A few days later, a mysterious phone call changed her life forever. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Story to Heal. Today, I am excited to share a new story with you. Emily loves her job as a teacher. She has always wanted to make a difference in the lives of children. She works at a small school in her hometown, where many of the students come from low-income families. With limited resources, the school is often overlooked. But Emily knows how important her role is. She believes that every child deserves a chance to succeed, no matter what their background. One morning, as Emily prepared for class, she noticed Tommy sitting quietly at his desk. The usually happy Tommy looked somber. Emily sensed that something was wrong. She went over and gently asked him if he was okay. Tommy looked down at his worn, torn shoes, and his socks were showing. He tried to cover them up, but Emily had seen them. All day long, Emily thought about Tommy's shoes. She couldn't stop imagining the embarrassment and discomfort he must have felt. That night on her way home, Emily stopped at a shoe store and bought Tommy a new pair of shoes. They were small, but she hoped they would make a difference. The next day, before classes started, Emily gave Tommy the new shoes. Tommy's eyes lit up with joy, and he smiled for the first time in days. Tommy thanked her, and Emily felt a warm feeling in her heart. What Emily didn't know was that her act of kindness would have unexpected consequences. A few days later, Emily was called into the principal's office. As soon as she entered, she saw the headmaster, Mr. Davidson, with a serious expression on his face. Emily sat up, a little worried. "Emily," Mr. Davidson began, "I was told that you bought a pair of shoes for a student. Is that true?" Emily nodded. "Yes, I bought Tommy's shoes because his shoes were worn out. I just wanted to help him out." Mr. Davidson sighed. "While I understand your good intentions, you have violated school policy. We cannot allow teachers to give personal gifts to students. It can cause problems, and we have to be fair to everyone. I'm sorry. This is a serious matter." Emily felt her heart sink. She explained that she had only wanted to make Tommy feel comfortable, but Mr. Davidson was firm. "Unfortunately, this is a serious offense, and the school board has decided to take action. I have no choice but to dismiss you." The words hit Emily like a heavy blow. Fired for helping a student? Emily felt so unfair. She had always given her best to the school, but now, because of one act of kindness, her career was over. As she packed her things that day, she felt devastated. She tried to hold back tears, but she couldn't. Was it wrong to care? Was helping someone in need wrong? The next morning, Emily woke up unsure of her future. As she sipped her coffee, her phone suddenly rang. It was an unfamiliar number. "Hello," she said quietly. "Is this Emily?" asked a voice on the other end. "My name is Jonathan Reeves," the man said. "I heard about what happened at your school. I know you were fired because of your kindness, and I think it's so unfair." Emily was still in shock. "Thank you," she finally said, "but I don't know what I'm going to do now. Teaching is everything to me." Jonathan continued, "I have a foundation that supports teachers and helps children in need. I'm looking for someone with a heart like yours to join me. I'd like to offer you a job with my foundation." Emily couldn't believe what she was hearing. After everything that had happened, there was now an opportunity to not only continue to help children, but to make an even greater impact. Jonathan added, "Sometimes when one door closes, another one opens. This could be the beginning of something bigger." After considering the offer for a few days, Emily finally accepted. Months passed, and Emily found herself standing in front of a large building, the headquarters of the Jonathan Reeves Foundation. Emily joined a team working on projects to help children across the country. Her life changed in ways she could never have imagined. What began as a simple act of kindness opened the door to something much bigger and more meaningful. At the foundation, Emily rediscovered the passion she had longed for when she was a teacher. She worked tirelessly every day, dedicating herself to developing educational programs specifically for children from low-income families. Not only did Emily focus on providing basic necessities, such as clothing, shoes, and school supplies, but she also worked hard to develop additional classes and create scholarship programs for students who demonstrated exceptional potential and achievement. One day, while Emily was leading a workshop for young teachers, she met a woman who seemed nervous but radiated incredible enthusiasm. In a voice full of respect, the woman said, "Mrs. Emily, I was a student of yours at your old school. My name is Sarah. I heard about what you were doing at this foundation, and I was so inspired. I want to be like you, someone who helps kids like I used to." Emily was moved by this admission. She never imagined that her actions, once considered a violation, would now be a source of inspiration for so many people. At that moment, Emily realized that losing her job at her old school, while a very difficult moment, was actually the beginning of a path that would lead her to something much more meaningful. Some time later, Emily received exciting news about Tommy, one of the children she had helped. Tommy had been awarded a scholarship to continue his education. In a simple letter he sent to Emily, Tommy expressed his deep gratitude. "Mrs. Emily," he wrote, "the shoes you gave me may seem simple, but they changed my life. I want to be someone who can help others the way you helped me." Upon hearing this news, Emily felt her heart fill with unfathomable joy. Through the foundation, which she leads with her heart, Emily has successfully touched the lives of thousands of children and families, giving them hope and a brighter future. She is living proof that small acts of kindness, done sincerely, can have a big impact on the lives of others. Throughout her journey, Emily always remembers the words of Jonathan Reeves, a mentor who once gave her advice when she felt lost. "When one door closes, another one opens, leading us to a better place." Those words continue to be a guide that gives her the strength to move forward, even in difficult times. Now, after so many obstacles and accomplishments, Emily feels satisfied not only because she has been able to live her dream of being an educator again, but also because she has become part of a positive change in this world. She is no longer just a teacher in a small classroom, but a pioneer who is shining a light of hope for the future of many children in need. Emily has shown that with dedication, sincerity, and hard work, anyone can be an agent of change in the world around them. Emily proves that small and seemingly simple acts of kindness have the power to change lives, both for those who receive them and those who give them. Though her journey was filled with obstacles, she never gave up on her values. What once seemed like a heartbreaking ending turned out to be the beginning of an extraordinary new chapter. Emily now stands as a symbol that true kindness doesn't need permission, and that every act of love has the potential to open the door to a brighter future. Her journey teaches us that sometimes the loss of something we love can lead us to a greater mission. A mission to inspire, enlighten, and make the world a better place. With a smile brighter than ever, Emily moves forward, bringing hope to every corner she touches and reminding the world that behind every darkness, there is always a light waiting to shine. Like this story? Click like to subscribe to more stories and share your thoughts with a single word in the comment section.